Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Gavin. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a recording that, to my knowledge, has never been made public. It is a recording of a conversation that investigators had with Todd Kohlhepp, the South Carolina serial killer, prior to his arrest. So without further ado, let's jump in.
Yes, sir. Been a while. We're both with the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office. We're assisting Anderson City Police Department with the missing persons investigation. And they're hoping that you can help them with their investigation. Do you have a few minutes that we could talk? Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Hey, I'm Detective Ezell with the City of Anderson. And I'm the one investigating Kayla Brown and Charlie Carver's missing persons report.
Okay.
You know Kayla?
I know Kayla.
Okay. When we got their phone back, their phone data back recently, it showed that they were on a piece of property that you own. So we thought you might be able to help us with where they might have been going, anything, trying to find them.
I had hired, I don't know Charlie.
Okay.
I know Kayla.
Okay.
Kayla used to date one of a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
And I do real estate.
Oh,
I'm a real estate
cool.
firm now.
Okay. I bet.
It's been a long road. I hire her out occasionally to clean houses, clean stuff up,
Okay.
cut stuff up.
Okay.
They recently did one around the corner for me at 118 Vista.
Okay.
I hire them for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Clean up yards, that kind
Okay. Cool.
of. Yeah, that's what I use them for. Well, I don't know him. I know her.
Okay. About them being on your property
They came.
the day they went missing.
I don't know about that. I had them. They came up front, and they were trying to. I had, what do you call it?
Came up front.
I've got 100 acres.
Oh, okay.
They basically right there by my fence line. I've got trees, and I had to
Okay.
take pruning shears and shear
Okay.
trees, but then it was too hot, and they left. What time did they? Sir, you're asking. It's been a while. Right. I didn't know if they had said anything about where they were going or anything like that.
I don't even ask. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, they're employees. I don't know.
And the only reason is hoping it might jump out at you is because that's the last time they've been seen, was that day.
Right.
And you're essentially the last person to have contact with us, so we were hoping you might be able to,
Might know where
if they
they
had
went,
said where
yeah.
they were going or anything like that.
I would guess home.
Have you had any communication with her at all since then?
Sent her messages on Facebook I had other jobs, and then she didn't communicate back. Didn't hear back from her. Had several jobs to have cleaned up. I do a lot of rentals, and the rentals have to be cleaned up. Nobody ever leaves a rental clean. But they're very quick to ask you for their deposit. Very quick. Didn't Twitter. I asked for to see if someone would go ahead and do the clean outs. Never heard back, and then saw stuff on the news, and I just peace out. Any association with anything puts my company at jeopardy. Anything. I mean,
I see.
in real estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just don't. You don't even make comments on Facebook these days.
Yeah. Well, true.
Somebody gets offended by something you say. It's like with the election stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I got nothing to say
Yeah.
because I got clients on both sides.
Do you remember anything they said that day? How they were acting? Anything that,
Everybody acted fine. I mean, they
like, normal?
they were very short.
Very short?
They were
How-
short. They basically they only did a couple trees at the front
Okay.
and then left.
Okay.
I was like, okay, they said it was too hot.
Did they get paid for what they did? I mean, how did that work?
I gave them $100.
Okay, you just give them cash or something?
Not usually.
Okay.
A lot of times I go ahead and either when Kayla would do cleanup jobs,
Okay.
I'd either give her a check,
Okay.
or I would go ahead and give a deposit in her bank.
Okay.
I would deposit it.
Do you remember that day? No.
They didn't finish. I mean, they were supposed to come back. I mean, they weren't done. I mean, the idea.
So it was a long job, but they didn't.
It's gonna be a very long job.
How long do you think they were there?
Hour
An hour.
ish.
So they did. So they didn't finish.
No, man.
Do you know why they left? I mean,
They told me it was too hot.
too hot.
They would come back.
Okay, they did
Not that day.
Okay.
But they would come back.
at a later date or something
Yes,
like
ma'am.
that.
The idea is that they had all of my trees have to be pruned.
Okay,
When you buy that much acreage,
I can imagine.
it's been. I'm not a country boy. I used to this. I bought was in for 5 acres.
Yeah.
I ended up buying 96.
Yeah.
The intent. Then what I'm trying to do is I keep trying to see through everything.
Uh-huh.
Is I'm having all the trees 10 foot and down.
Okay.
The ones that I'm keeping the big ones. We sent forestry cutters through to cut out
Okay.
the small stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're taking the big trees, and I'm trying to follow what the guy around the corner did.
Mhm.
And what he did is he shaved everything 10, and actually even a little higher, but I'm limited what kind of equipment I got. And we're shaving the trees 10 foot and down so you can see through the trees.
How did they know about the property? Did you just tell them where it was? How did they get there?
Oh, no, it's fully fenced. I drove out there, opened the gate, was there, and then when they said they were leaving,
Okay.
it was too hot. I mean,
Did she call you and tell you she was leaving, or text you, and just said it was too hot, or do you remember how?
that way.
Okay. So you don't know. So what time was it that you took them out there, and they only stayed about an hour?
They, wow, you're gonna have to be
It's been a while, I know.
they were supposed to be here earlier. They didn't get, I want to say mid-afternoon.
Okay.
It was hot.
Okay.
It was hot. There's a reason why I was hiring people to do it.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I hired them. I want to say mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Mid-afternoon.
So you took them out there, unlocked the gate,
Yes, ma'am.
and do you remember if they called you or texted you that they were leaving and it was too hot? Okay.
Do you remember, did anybody else show up down there to meet them or anything like that?
No, sir. I'm the only one with the keys. I'm the only one on the property.
When you met them down there, did you leave and leave them down there to do the work?
I did, and then I came back.
Okay.
But they were there when I locked it. When I closed the gate.
So when you closed the gate, you left, and then when you went back, they were still there. And to your knowledge, nobody showed up to see them while you were gone.
No, sir. No, nobody goes out there. I mean, it's.
Did you ever go back and check on them, see if they had done the work? Or
I did.
anything?
I did. I go out there every day.
Okay.
But I went out there and proceeded to. I had to go back out and lock the gate.
Okay.
I don't have the answer whether they text me or they called me. I haven't.
No, that's fine. It's
But
been a
I
while.
did see them when they left. They left, and then I proceeded to go ahead and lock the gate, and then I went about my job, went and checking stuff out. Like I said, I paid them $100 to go ahead with the day.
So you must have been ticked when you get all the way back here and they say, we're leaving in an hour, and you had to ride all the way back out there to do the gate again.
In my business, you get a lot of that.
Get a lot of that.
I've made the mistake of hiring a lot of my friends,
Yeah.
help me move furniture. I've had where my rentals, where the owners move out, but they leave like an attic full of stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the new renter, who has no intention of putting anything in an attic, starts going, well, we're renting that space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what do you want me to do about it? And the owner is, 4 states away. Well, I'm paying for that. I want the space. And I've got to go hire friends of mine to come out with trailers, pack it up,
Yep.
move it to a storage facility, and then nobody ever does what they're supposed to. We do clean outs. The officer is there for 1 hour. And I mean, like I tell the people who work with them, I said, you got an hour. I said, don't look at it, don't touch it, don't question it, don't just pick it up, put it on the curb, because at 5 o'clock, the constable's going home, and he's gonna lock the door if we don't have that stuff out of there.
Do you know what kind of person Kayla was? I mean, did you know her personally at all, or
A little bit.
what kind of person would you say that she is, or anything she was into that we might need to know, or anything like that about
What do
her?
you mean into it?
I mean, what kind of person? Anything personally that, where she might have gone or who she might have been in contact with or anything like that?
She did all kinds of stuff. I would hear from her 1 week, and then I wouldn't hear for 3. I don't know what
She contacted you. Was it for work, or was it just, she looking for money, or
It's always money.
always money?
It's always money.
Do you know if she had a drug problem or anything like that?
She used to.
She said, what was her drug?
I don't know that part. I just know from her past boyfriend that she had drug issues at the time, but then again, that was years ago.
Who's her past boyfriend?
That'd be Dustin Lawson. He hasn't seen her in 5 years.
But while she was working with you, you never had any indication that while she was working for you that she was on drugs, or?
I never saw her on anything.
Okay.
She never acted like she was on any of that kind of stuff. I can't have that around me.
Right, I understand.
It's like when I had back surgery, you don't know how many friends you have until your friends find out you got back surgery. Hey, pills. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even have my prescriptions filled. Not all of them. Scared of. Too many friends of mine got hooked on that stuff.
I've seen it.
I have seen it. Went in the hospital and told them, I said, I don't care what you give me, no opiates.
Yeah.
And then after I got home, I was like, wish I hadn't said that.
Yeah.
I was dumb. I had back surgery, got up, and I had to go back to work. So I basically had them unhook me, and had one of my friends drive me home. They released me. They weren't happy, but they released me, and I decided to go Rambo for some reason. Not really sure why. And all the meds didn't wear off.
Yeah.
Until I got home. Then they almost couldn't get me out of the car.
God.
I won't do that again.
Oh, you said Kayla was mostly like employee. Did she hang out? Were y'all friends? Did y'all associate? Did y'all go anywhere together? I mean, is that
We had dinner.
anything? You had dinner one time? So it was mostly like employee type stuff. She would call you and she wanted money, and
She wanted money. Employee. I took her to dinner one time.
yeah. Has that been recently? A long time ago?
No, that's been a bit. But as far as actually, friends with a heavy interest in getting my job done.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of people who are basically my employees who hang out with me a lot. For the most part, it's just trying to get them to, you got to balance it.
Yeah.
I've crossed the boundary a few times and learned very quickly, don't date your employees, and don't date your clients.
Did that happen with Kayla? No.
But I dated one of my assistants a long time
Oh.
ago, and it did.
Can you think of any of her friends or anyone? We're just trying to go, like I said, we've got the phone stuff back. We're trying to make contact with everybody and go even
I
after.
don't know entirely what all her friends were.
Yeah. Anybody that you can think of that we need to talk to, or?
You know, Kayla used to be a stripper, right?
No.
Okay.
How long ago was that?
Actively years ago,
Yeah.
but my understanding she was going down to Colombia to make money.
Stripping or other stuff?
I don't know about that part.
Oh, okay. But you think it was stripping maybe still?
She still liked to dance.
Okay.
I'm not sure what clubs.
Okay.
I haven't been to one in.
So there might be a circle of those people that you can think of we might need to talk
I
to.
don't know any of those people anymore.
Yeah.
Last time I went to a club was when my friend was dating her.
Is that how you met her?
That's how I met her. Yes.
Okay. All right. Through your friend. And
He was very proud that he was.
of course, I can see a guy doing that. Do you know of any other friends that we might be able to talk to that might have seen her after she left your area?
I don't.
Did she ever bring anybody else with her when she would clean for you?
Yes, sir.
Do you know any of them? I know mentioned Charlynn.
My thing was, I'm going to pay you. I like piecework. I don't pay you by hour. If I pay you by hour, I've had bad history with that. If I pay you by hour, you're going to milk this thing as long as humanly possible, and I'm going to get in a bill that I got to pass on to the owner, who's going to have an absolute cow.
Mhm.
Tell me what you want. If it's fair, fine, but it's on you. If it takes an hour to do it, you made bank. If it takes you 10 hours to do it, not so much.
Do you know any of those people she might have brought with her to clean any of your places? Or?
She brought a woman one time in I want to say Black Dakota, not new.
An older Dodge truck or a
The
SUV?
SUV.
Okay.
She brought a woman one time. Didn't talk to me. Basically pulled in, got the keys, and
You know what she looked like? You remember?
blonde. That's it. I only saw her for a few minutes. I didn't talk to her. She brought a guy one time to do.
But it wasn't Charlie.
That's correct.
Okay.
Didn't talk to. I really want to just prefer to talk to one person. So that way, it's and that's the one who's getting paid. Who's responsible. Not. I don't have time to meet 20.
Did you know Charlie at all, or had you met him before?
I had seen him when basically pulled in, said, "Hey."
Just that one day?
He was the set. Incorrect. Third person on 118 Vista. She had pulled in with him,
Okay.
but he never got out of the car. Whenever he just kind of
What'd you get a feel for him? Did you
not that.
seem like an okay guy, or?
He didn't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that works for me. He didn't really talk to me. He was quiet. He was respectful. I just wanted basically the job done, go back to what I was doing. That, like I said, that was 118 Vista. They've done a few others for me, but that was all prior to.
So you didn't know any of his friends or where he might have gone?
I don't know anything about that man. I know little about her. I don't know anything about him. I just know that when I saw on the news, and then Dustin saw the did you hear? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you don't know of any place, you can't think of anything they might have said that day where they might have gone to after they left your property or anything like that?
I have no idea. Like I said, I gave money and they left, and I'm saying
Did they offer to pay you part of the money back since they only worked an hour?
no.
Okay, that's not the kind of person.
But I mean,
I'm just asking.
I've never had anybody offer to give me who did a lesser job.
Right.
I've never had anybody with a lesser job offer to do it. We didn't clean up good.
Did you say anything? I mean, did you say, hey, I gave you $100, you only worked an hour? That's pretty damn good money.
In my business, sometimes it's easier to pay someone to go away
Get it be done.
than it is to, like I said, bad publicity in people's word of mouth. It's not like they would have came, they would have came back eventually and done them. I don't know what month, but they would have come back.
Was she pretty reliable?
Not really.
Well, I mean, that one day she worked an hour, but before that, I mean, she wasn't reliable.
It took her 3 days to do Vista. Vista should have been a one-day job.
Okay.
Vista was a one-day job. It was a clean out, go in, clean out, clean the fridge out, sweep, mop. It did not need to be spotless. It just needed to be to where the new renters did not have a melt.
Know any of her family?
I've never met any of them.
Do you know any relationship issues she had with any of her family members or anything like that?
I wouldn't have known about that. I don't know her family, and I don't know.
Did you ever talk about anything? Right.
Just what you see on Facebook, but I mean, that's just not, that doesn't tell me anything.
Whole story or anything. Have you seen anything on Facebook that might have said, nothing that piqued your interest, like, that's odd, or anything like that?
But with her, like I said, I mean, she'd be here, then she would not. I tried to help her out with jobs, but she'd be here, then a 1 day job take 3 days. You're holding up my rentals because as soon as that's clean, I got somebody else. So it's a matter of, how fast can I get that thing turned?
Inconvenience for you.
I do a lot of relocation.
Right.
BMW, Drexelmeyer, Eaton, Tow Your Bearings, they'll come in, they'll bring in their people, and then GE. With my last name being German, I speak a word of it. But
Do you say Kohlhepp?
yes, ma'am.
Kohlhepp, okay.
I got you. Got it right.
I've heard several, I was like,
I answer the hey you, realtor guy. But they can pronounce it very well.
Yeah.
But because of that, I get a lot of their business. And what they'll do is they'll bring in someone from just a couple of years. We have to run their background checks. But by the time I do a background check, my God, they've already been through the gauntlet.
Yeah.
I mean, we sort of run it on them. Why?
Can you think of anything else?
How was it that you were communicating with Miss Brown? Did you call her on the phone? Did you Facebook Messenger? How is it that you?
I've done all kinds of stuff, sir.
Okay, so you were talking with her back and forth about how you would normally get in touch with her, I guess is my...
We've called. I've called. We've had texts. We've had Facebook messages.
It's pretty much the whole gambit.
Yes.
How you just depending on how you could get a hold of her at that point.
Yes. The best way of getting a hold of her is leave a message and she'll get back with you.
Right. So she wasn't one of these that jumps right on her telephone when somebody calls her or something.
No. You would get to her when she got around to it, when she was. There's been a couple times when I've had jobs for her that I had to go to other people.
Because she didn't get back with you.
She didn't get back with.
That's kind of unusual. Somebody, I mean, if she wanted, she came to you for money, she knew she could always come to you for a job.
She could, but do understand that when it comes to my properties,
You're pretty straight-laced. You all business when it comes to that.
I have to be. I can get fired real fast.
I
We're a small firm. We're not C21, and we ain't Keller Williams.
got you.
I got to play cleaner and tighter than they do.
Got you.
But because like I said, it doesn't take much. When it comes to business, my owners want it. That they have no there's no common sense these days. Everybody wants it for free. Everybody wants it yesterday. Everybody wants it under budget. Well, why can't I have that?
Under budget and early. That's when they want it.
And in my world, yeah, that they're on that literally every time. And I've got to find plumbers who will do it. Well, I'll do a service call for 75, and I got to go find somebody who will do it for 60. My client's a little cheap. Can you do it for 60?
Yep.
No, I'm not going to show up for 60. But I'll have that. I've got to find somebody in. And the biggest thing when it comes to rentals is they don't want it vacant. When it's sitting vacant, they're paying per day to own it. Excuse me. They're losing money. So if I don't really care. If somebody doesn't pick up the phone, I'm going to call the next. Just like if you go to call a realtor and we don't answer, you're calling the next. Whoever picks up that phone gets the honor of showing you that house that night.
I understand that. Is there any, with her, was there any indication that she might be slipping back into the life when they were talking about the stripping and the drugs and all that? Was there any indication to you? I mean, you knew her. You knew her when she was there.
I think she was.
What kind of behavior caused you to think that she was slipping back?
Just some of the stuff she would say occasionally.
What kind of stuff? See,
She was always in pain.
Okay.
She was always in pain. And I think she was slipping back into the drugs, but I can't. I don't want to speak ill of her.
Well, I mean, and understand we're trying to find
find a girl.
we're trying to find her and her boyfriend. So that's kind of where we're at.
It's been a while. These parents are heartbreaking. These mothers are
I
killed.
thought they already found her. But I mean, that obviously we do. That's not.
Oh, do you remember what car they drove that day, or what car? When you let them in the gate, you remember what they were driving?
something white.
Right. Okay.
Was it a car?
Yeah.
Car?
Okay.
Yeah, it was hard. I don't know what type. It's just white car.
Did she drive? Did he drive?
He drove, but she's also shown up in other vehicles. But that day was a white car. She drove one time this little compact looking thingy. I don't know what that was.
Now, the trees they were pruning or shearing or whatever, that was near the front of your property, you said?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Did they ever go down into your property? But they went inside the gate?
Yeah, they're right at the gate. What I did is I've got, as you've got the gate and you got the fence line, I've got a pecan tree that's around the corner. We shaved it down, and then around the fence line, I had a bunch of branches that were hanging over, and I'm trying to keep that fence is expensive.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to do, I mean, I've got 2 miles of that stuff.
Gosh. So you did the whole acre?
I don't like hunters.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a hunter, great for you.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, a lot of people randomly shoot off in the woods, and I don't want to get shot.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't have guns. I don't want guns. I just y'all have, that's cool. Me personally, we're good. But I went ahead and had it fenced, and that way I don't have any of that problem. It keeps the hunters out. It keeps the people there.
Have you had anybody come on your property since you put that fence up?
No, it's 6-foot chain link posted every 25 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Probably helps.
Yeah, well, and it also helps that it backs it to another 500 acres of nothingness. This is old country land.
Yeah.
These people don't, I mean, they hunt it,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of dirt. But you got, I haven't had anybody come on there. I haven't any problems with it.
Nobody trying to get on your property, do anything they shouldn't be doing.
There's nothing there. I just went and got goats last week. That I have no idea what they're doing.
Is there a house on the property?
No.
Anything?
No.
Is there anything on the property? Is it just farmland or whatever?
Farmland, I've got a shed, that kind of stuff. It's my 4-wheeler and that kind of stuff.
So there's no house or home place, old home place or
No, I got like that in a barn type of stuff. It's not a, no. And I'm there every day.
Yeah.
What you do have is I go out there, basically when I get off of work, I'm tired of people.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people. Well, I had to hear, I'm sure you hear the same stuff in a different context, but I mean, why can't I have this? Why won't you do Section 8? Why won't you do that? Why won't you?
Goodness.
No.
Can't blame me.
Once you go 8, you're going to hate. Just no. Those people are crazy. But
You want to live out there at some point?
I'm going to have a house built, based in the front pasture, push back a little bit. I'm going to have a house built, and I just got to make the money first, one step at a time. If I had done what if I had, real estate's been very good to me, but if I had done what I started with, only going for 5 acres, I would have had the money for the house. Land's not that cheap. And I went and bought, 96, and I'm trying to buy another 23 right now. Well,
Is it attached to the 96?
yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What I own all the way down to a large creek. It's not a river. It's about that deep.
No, that's fishing.
No. It's about that deep on a good day.
Depends on what size.
Yeah.
And there's enough trees that have fallen down in it that, I mean, you can't even kayak. I had thought about trying to go down there and clear till I could do that, and then it's not feasible. And then I own an acre on the other side of the creek,
Yeah.
but I can't get to it. So that 23 acres was originally for sale, and then they took it off the market. The guy passed away. Well, I've sent letters to the family. When it comes out of probate, I would like to make an offer on it. When I have that, it will enable me to have another access out of the land, and I can actually get to my other acre.
Property.
But no, I've had it all fenced off. I had that. Like I said, I've got big winding gravel driveway, and then it's lined with trees, but the branches keep coming down. And what I'm trying to do is trying to drive a bush hog through there,
Yeah.
you get knocked around.
You have a bush hog?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, scared to death of it. I had a friend of mine when I was a kid that got ran over by one. He yellow jacket.
Oh, gosh.
I was like 5. He was the older kid down by the farm. So my grandparents had a farm in Georgia.
Yeah.
And he hit yellow jackets, and he tried to get off the tractor. When he did, he went off, and it went over him. I didn't see the end result, but it's not hard to figure that out.
Yeah.
And forever today, I've been avoiding bush hogs.
Oh, God.
But they've had those. But I was trying to get the trees trimmed so that when I drive through, it doesn't tear up my car, it doesn't fall down, it doesn't tear up my fence. Every time I have to have a fence fixed, I mean, these guys, when they come out, it's not cheap. Well, even if it's just a small section, I mean, you got to take that part of the time of your day.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get one little piece of fence just repaired, you're talking $500 just for them to show up.
Huh.
You talked about Kayla doing some other houses. Had she ever been to that property before, or was that like the first time?
That was it.
And did she want money that day? Is that how?
She wants money every day that she works. There is no you owe me.
So,
I don't have any employees that are you owe me.
Yeah.
They want the money when they're doing piecework, when they're doing clean outs, when they're doing whatever it is. These people are doing that. I mean, it's not pretty work.
Yeah.
You're grunt work. The intent is that you're going to do it, and get the money that day, and then come back later on. You'll come up with something. You know, I have another project. I hire a lot of friends of mine. One of the guys is Lowe's, for instance. He went to college with him. Believe it or not, next month he's supposed to be getting his master's.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but he makes awesome money at Lowe's. Believe it or not.
Wow.
But he comes over and does. He started his own little repair business.
Yeah.
So I'll have him do little repairs, and I'll have this person do clean outs. And the ones I don't like are set outs. Set outs are when we have an eviction.
Yeah.
And then I'm on a clock. It's whenever the constable shows up, and you've got, by the time he leaves, everything that's in the house has to be on the curb. That'd be neat.
Yeah.
But hopefully they'll come back and get it. But 9 times out of 10, you legally have to put it on the curb, then come back the next day or so and pay someone once again to move it to the dump.
Oh, did Kayla and Charlie ever come here to hang out?
No, we don't hang out.
Kayla didn't come hang out?
I mean, she's been here. But I mean,
No, if it was like a...
I never hung out with.
So you didn't know him at pretty much at all?
No. Like I said, that he was there for the last day of Vista, and then this. But there was another dude that came for the first day of Vista, and there was a woman who came the second day of Vista.
How did Kayla and Charlie get along? When you saw them together, did they seem like a couple, or?
He literally stayed in the car.
Oh,
I mean,
so it wasn't a lot of interaction between the two that you could see or notice.
you know. I mean, when she came to get the key, like she came to the door, got the keys. Their vacuum cleaner broke. Let her borrow mine. That was it.
Has any of Kayla or Charlie's family contacted you since they've gone missing?
No, ma'am, I don't
Well, anybody's asked? Okay. Anybody had tried to contact you to see if you knew anything? So they didn't know, they probably didn't even know you guys were friends or acquaintances or employer or whatever.
I would say not. We're not that kind of friend. We didn't go to bars. We didn't hang out. We didn't go places.
Okay. So they wouldn't even know.
I mean, I took her to dinner, like I said, one time. I mean, she's a pretty lady. I went to dinner, but it was mostly all talking about business, about what I wanted to do. Finally get her to explain where I wanted work-wise. She had wanted to come work for me full-time.
So you never dated or hooked up or anything like that?
We didn't have that. when it came to, she would, I mean, in order to work for me, like for a realtor, you have to get your license.
Okay.
It's $500, but go get your license.
Yeah.
I mean, all you got to do is, I mean, the test is, I mean, the diligent, I mean, hell, I passed it. But I mean, the test, seriously, the test is stupid. The test is stupid. Know what an easement is, know what ownership is, and half the test is will you sell to black people. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. The book is like written like it's 1954, and there's nobody else out there. And when you read it, and it's kind of funny, kind of not. You'll read about redlining.
Yeah.
Redline is when somebody decides to go in a neighborhood and we go, okay, we'll take a map and I've never seen it done. And they put a big thing around, redline it, and whites only go here, and you only show blacks over here. I have never seen this nonsense in my life.
But that's the way it was.
That's redline. That's the way it was. Block busting. Another race moves in, so the realtor goes door to door, going, "There goes an in. You need to move out. I could sell you the house. Get you
I can't
down."
believe that's still around.
I've never heard of it. I've had 2 instances where I had a blind lady in Union who refused. She wanted me to sell her house, but told me that I could not sell it to a black person. And I started laughing. I'm like, "Ma'am, you're blind. How are you going to know?"
That's a good point.
I'm like, "No offense, I want the deal, but I don't need the added, you're yelling at me here."
Do you communicated with, was it Kayla?
Kayla.
I'm sorry, horrible names. Through Facebook and texting, or just through Facebook?
Oh, I've done all that in calls, sir.
Do you still have the text conversations on your phone?
No,
That you talked to her?
no, sir.
Okay.
If I save texts on my phone,
You'd be kind of like me.
You'd have a time.
I got 20 employees plus another 20 people-ish at any given time.
I didn't realize you had that many.
We just opened up another branch in Greenville. There's no physical location. It's just that in order to allow Greenville agents, to make it understandable, every agent has to join a board. Well, with my primary company, being Spartanburg-based, it makes Greenville-only agents also join Spartanburg. So you got another $500 fee just to come work for me. Well, I'm not that nice. You're not going to pay an extra $500 for the honor of working for me. Mm-hmm. So it was killing me on getting and hiring Greenville agents. So what we did is we opened up a secondary TKA real estate. Greenville, it's nothing more than a, yes, sir.
Okay.
I work a lot. We opened up a second facility, which is so-called the address here.
Check on us because I didn't need to.
Oh, I'm not saying, look, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, if we don't answer on our head.
I understand.
So you got this house.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have others in here?
No, ma'am, not yet. Anytime we have a house in a subdivision, first thing we start doing is we start doing open houses. We've had 4 of them. Open houses don't sell homes. Open houses basically decide to...
I thought open houses would do it.
No, ma'am. Nobody comes to them anymore.
Hello. How you doing?
Doing well.
Oh, good.
I don't know what to say.
Whatever you want.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below.